imagine catching your partner cheating at a Coldplay concert, no less, and in front of 20,000 people, and the entire internet is watching it unfold. So this is just what happened to Megan Kerrigan and Andy Bryan. And the fallout is exposing more than just a broken relationship. I'm David Bliven, Bronx and Westchester divorce attorney. Here's my take on it. So this story is more than about trust, betrayal, and the voyeuristic nature of social media. In my mind, this story is also about how a seemingly perfect couple, one was a CEO of a company, another was high up in the HR department, both of them married at the time. But this is really about how both of them seemingly going in good directions can nevertheless cheat on their spouses. And at a Coldplay concert of all places. I read an article that a psychologist opined that they really wanted to get caught. To me, that's kind of just the surface of the issue. What's really going on is that about 20 to 30, sometimes even 40%, depending on the study you read, of all marriages end in infidelity anyway. So whether it's public or private, that is the leading reason why marriages dissolve. And it's not just, oh, I found a better mate, or hey, the sex is better over here. Usually when marriages break down, it's not just because of the sex or, I found a better mate. No, the marriage has usually come to an end before that. The love falls out of the marriage. There's usually a breakdown of the marriage months or even years before that actual act takes place. This is obviously painting with a broad brush, but usually when there's cheating in a relationship, it's really time to move on for most relationships. Again, painting with a broad brush. Not all marriages have to end like that, but it's a pretty good sign that your marriage is at an end. And you really want to take stock of your marriage at that point. Maybe even with the aid of a marriage counselor, but to look back on it. Hey, are we really a happy couple? Do we really have effective communication? Do we see eye to eye on financial issues or issues in relation to the children? Is that really what's going on in our relationship, or has the relationship really reached an end? And if that's the case, so many people have the instinct, hey, let's stay together for the sake of the kids. Fight against that instinct. Instead, leading psychological studies have pointed out that children actually fare better if parents get divorced, especially if the alternative is a toxic household. So you may want to rethink that mode of thought. If you believe that your marriage is at an end, you're looking for some answers along these lines, check out my blog. You'll find it at blivenlaw.net/blog.